What's better than having beers with mates? Having beers with mates in an actual brewery. We're in Redfern at Atomic Beer Project, an old warehouse that's been converted into a full-scale brewery and bar. Forget paddock to plate, this is literally tank to tap. And they've been single-handedly crafted by this guy. Where do I start with this paddle, Nick?
I'd be starting over here with the pale ale.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh, and that's one of your core beers.
That is.
That's amazing.
Our entire range of beers, we try to capture really bright, fresh, amazing hop character in all of them. And we're all about making great quality beer and also experimenting. From there, we've got our IPA, which is probably the most flavoursome of our core range.
Yep.
So India Pale Ale, pretty big on bitterness, nice citrus pine, resiny kind of aromas. A little bit more full flavour, but really delicious.
It's got a bit of guts, doesn't it, that one?
Exactly.
How long does it take to make a beer, from whacking it in one of those vats behind me to getting it here?
Typically about 2 weeks from grain to glass.
Wow, pretty different to where my dad made a horrific homebrew in the shed.
The old bathtub.
Yeah, very different process, I think, yeah. Well, not only do they serve experimental brews here, but they also do Thai fusion meals. There's coriander and Wagyu beef cheeks in mini croissants, Thai-style chicken sausage rolls. And did somebody say atomic wings? Wow. Designed to be washed down with a cold one, of course. Now, if gin is more your thing, you can book in for a Gin Lab masterclass at the 4 Pillars Gin Lab in Surrey Hills. So what can someone expect to learn in one of your masterclasses?
Oh, look, not an awful lot, to be perfectly honest, but they'll have a really good time. We taste lots of 4 Pillars gins. I tell them stories about the history of gin. I tell them how to make a perfect Negroni.
Yeah.
Then we roll them into the bar afterwards.
Well, Stu, we know that grapes go into wine and there's hops in beer, but what goes into making a gin?
The secret ingredient is juniper. The word gin came from the word juniper, which became Geneva. So it actually comes from Holland. It's what gave the Dutch courage. That's where the term Dutch courage comes from.
Educational?
Educational, informative, and a little bit delicious. Well, hi, and welcome to 4 Pillars Gin Masterclass.
The classes are run in a working gin laboratory and it smells amazing.
70%. Gin and tonic, one of the greatest ever drinks invented. Please, cheers.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah, yum.
Amazing. When we're making gin, we put all these beautiful botanicals straight into the pot. So we use beautiful things like angelica, lavender, Tasmanian pepperberry, cardamom pods, of course, and the most important of all, juniper.
Class dismissed. So Jess, how have you found the masterclass?
Very informative today, actually. Who knew they could taste so different? I didn't beforehand.
Time to hit the gin bar next door. We've learnt how gin is made. Now we need to know how to drink it, Jimmy. What are you going to make for us?
We're going to be making pretty much a piece of cocktail royalty, and this is our version of a classic 50-50 martini. We're using 30 mils of rare dry gin straight into our mixing tin. And following that, we've created a blend of white aspen, vermouth, and then a green apple caramel. We're just going to add an equal measure of that to our gin.
Yep.
Now, you want to stir your martini down. It's something that James Bond got really wrong.
Right.
With the shaken martini.
Don't shake it.
Don't shake it. And just pour that into a chilled glass. If you don't chill your glasses at home, we can't be friends. And to finish that off, just an expression of lemon oils just straight across the cocktail. And there you have it. That's our 50-50.
Look how crisp that looks. Be rude not to drink it, wouldn't it, James? Oh, could sit on that all day. Amazing.
For all the info on these hot new venues, head to sydneyweekender.com.au.